Okay, I'm recording now. All right, so in this video we're going to make we just made a drawing of one of our part files and then dimensioned it. In this next video we are going to just make a isometric drawing of an assembly and then add a parts list to that, and then also bubble or number out the different parts in the assembly. So I'm going to make a new file. And again, I'm making a new drawing file. And so I'll start here. And remember, these pages are too big for our printer. And so we need to edit our sheets on sheet 1 and select edit sheet and then change the size to A, which is our 8.5 by 11 size. And then I'm going to delete this ANSI-large table to give myself some more room. I'm going to annotate it and add some text in the corner, which is going to be your name and then your period number. And back to the Place Views tab. So for this, I'm going to place a base view of an assembly file, and so I'm going to select the folder button since it's my just regular pegboard is selected. I'm going to find my pegboard assembly. I'm going to open that, and I'm going to select the home view to position into an isometric view. I'm going to make it bigger. So I'm going to try 3/4 scale. That might be too big. It looks like it is. So why don't I try 5/8 and see if that works? And that looks pretty good. I'm pretty happy with that size. And I want to make sure it's shaded, which I think it already is. And so I'm going to hit OK. And so there is my assembly drawing of my pegboard toy and the hammer. I'm just going to move it off to the side here. What I'm going to do next is I'm going to place my parts list. And so this is an annotation. So I'll select the Annotate tab. And I'm going to click on the Parts List button. It's going to ask me to select a view for the parts list. And so I'm going to select that. And I think it actually automatically selected my assembly, but it might not. And then I'll hit OK. And it asks me if I want to do something, and I'll just say OK. There's my table. I'm going to put it down in the corner here. Now, so you'll see the table has a parts list. It has the item number and then the quantity of the item and the part number's name. So that was the name of the file. If you saved your files, you'll get weird names here too. So that's why we want to try to save our part files as what it actually is. For a description, it's blank, and I want to actually get rid of that. So I'm going to double click on here, and I believe I can just click on, it's been a while here. No, table layout maybe. I want to get rid of this. So I'm trying to remember. Column chooser, there we go, column chooser. So I want to remove the description, and then that's okay, and apply. And so what that has done is it's made my table a little bit thinner, or not as wide, and also that description column is out of there, which is not necessary. I have a parts list, I have my assembly there. Next, I just want to bubble out my parts, and so I'm going to use the balloon button, and I'm going to select my parts, and I'll show you how this is done. So I'm going to balloon out this part here, and usually you take this off at about a 45-degree angle, and you click once, and then you go horizontal to that, you double click, and then that will place your balloon. So this is part number 5, so this is the leg. I kind of work my way around the pegboard with this. Next up, we'll do you'll see here when these are aligned, you get a dotted line. So we want to do that. So then going to do the pegboard itself. There. And off to the side, double click. I will do the triangle peg. And bring it over here, double click. I will do the square peg. And bring it over here and double click. I'll do my other leg. You kind of have to play with the space that's given to you to make this work. And then all right. So I've ballooned out or bubbled out all my parts. They're numbered. I have a parts list corresponding to the part name. I have how many of that part make up the assembly. And I think I'm good at this point. So that is how you do an assembly video with a, that's how you do an assembly drawing with a parts list and then number out your parts using balloons. So I'll save this. And I'm saving now to an SD card. And this is my pegboard assembly drawing. Save.